What's up, guys? Back here again with another video. Going to be talking about Dexter. The show just ended, the series finale. I want to go ahead and get my thoughts up on this before I forget. I'm a huge fan of Dexter, have been for quite a while. Got into the show relatively early on. Netflix was showing the season 1, I believe it was. They were showing on the watch instantly. So I got into it, checked it out, and became a huge fan of it pretty quickly. Turned a lot of friends onto it. My wife, was a huge fan of the show as well. And season 4 of the show, The Trinity Killer, is probably, in my opinion, one of the best things I've ever seen on television. Just very near perfection, with the writing, acting, everything was just so well done and so captivating. And I think it had really, really good ratings as well, right around that period of time. It, I think for a premium channel, it was some of the highest ratings ever. I think it was the highest ratings ever for a premium channel at that time. I'm sure it's been you know topped by now by something else, but yeah, big money maker, and I know they signed Michael C. Hall for a few more seasons a few years ago, maybe 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8. They signed, and I'm sure he made buku money on the past few seasons, but they called it quits. And so far, I'm gonna go ahead and rank the seasons here in my opinion. Season 4, Season 2, Season 3, then Season 1 with the Ice Truck Killer, then Season 5, and then Season 7, and then the current Season 8, and then Season 6. Season 6, the season with Colin Hanks. I think that's his name. Is that right? Yeah. Tom Hanks' son was in there. I think that's the worst season, and I almost actually gave up on the show. If it wouldn't have been for my wife, I would have quit watching the show altogether. But if you remember, Season 6 is when they moved the production from Miami to wherever they shoot it in California, and you can really tell the production value just really fell off to me. Since then, it's really looked like a soap opera or something. I don't know why. I mean, they shoot a lot on sets, and it's not really. I mean, even the outdoor sets look really wonky and weird to me, but it really fell off after Season 5. So those are my least favorite seasons after 5. But Season 1 through 5, solid as hell. If you haven't seen the series, definitely check it out. But now I'm going to go into get into some spoilers here with the final episode, final season stuff. So they end the show, and if you don't remember what happened, basically Deborah had a stroke of some sort, and she was essentially brain dead, and she was going to have to live on a respirator feeding tube for the rest of her life. So Dexter cuts that off, brings her out to the ocean on his boat, the Slice of Life, and drops her in the ocean, presumably in the same place where he's been dropping body parts, for 8 seasons now. And so he does that, and then he gives Hannah a call. Hannah is made it to Argentina after quite a few struggles, and has Harrison, Dexter's son, with her. Dexter talks to Harrison, and Hannah says, I love you, whatever. And then, the monologue says, where he's talking over the scene. He says, I've hurt everyone that I love, and then he proceeds to drive his boat into a hurricane. Takes it into the hurricane. The next thing is you see them finding pieces of the boat broken, with a slice of life on it. And Dexter is presumably dead. And you see Hannah and Harrison, they're having coffee, whatever, and they, you assume they walk off and go to their, new life, whatever. Hannah's going to raise Harrison. And then it flashes to Dexter is some sort of a lumberjack. He's at some sort of a wood yard and comes in, and he's got a beard, looks really rugged, and he is not dead at all, but very much alive. And it seems to me that they just really didn't know what they wanted to do with this series, with ending it. It's like I would have almost been fine with just him dying and not the final scene of the show, only because that's some sort of closure. It's like we want to give you closure, but we also want to leave it open for us to continue this thing. And I'm sure they're probably going to do a movie in the future, or whatever their plans are, to continue this uh, money making venture for them. You know, uh, but it's like they had three different endings and they didn't know which one to go with, and they just tacked them all on there, and it's just sloppy writing. I think the past few years, I think the writing's been off on the show, but it's like when they got started in the series, I thought something was going to happen with the doctor, whichever the doctor's name is. They got her throat slit by her son. I liked her son. I liked that aspect of it. I thought it was cool. I thought it would have been cool if maybe he I forget the guy's name, whatever the other killer's name is at the end of the season. Uh, Vogel, that comes to mind. Vogel, maybe. It would have been cool if maybe he and Dexter killed each other. It would have been cool if the kid, the teenager that was a serial killer early on in the season 8 that just was abruptly killed. I thought it would be cool if he took on the role of Dexter, killing killing killers essentially, coping with his serial killing problem by killing people that needed to be killed. I thought it would be cool if he had picked that up. I thought that's where it was going, and I think all of us have thought for years now that Harrison was eventually going to wind up just like Dexter. They've hinted at that quite a bit. Even this season they had Harrison. He had gotten strawberry popsicles all over himself, or cherry popsicles, and it looked like he was sitting in a pool of blood, but it was melted popsicles. And I think we all kind of wanted to see that, or at least thought that might happen with him. Maybe Dexter getting killed, him winding up in the pool of Dexter's blood. But of course, Harrison was there when Rita was killed, and he was in Rita, near where Rita was killed. So I guess you have that. So I guess they could always pick that up in the future if they wanted to, where Harrison has adopted this trait from his father and has turned out to be just as crazy and screwed up and whacked out as Dexter was. But now, essentially, there's no one to teach the code, the what is it, the dark passenger. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a miss, and I really think they should have ended this show a few years ago. If that's the kind of emphasis they're going to place on it, I really think that the show deserved more. And but I can imagine that Michael C. Hall is tired of doing it, and I can only imagine how stressful it is working with your ex-wife on set all the time. I can only imagine that. Sounds awful, but apparently they still had a decent working relationship, at least during the show. But great show. I'm kind of happy to see it come to an end because it didn't seem like it was going to be getting any better. I think season 7 was more entertaining, more in the right direction, but season 8 fell kind of flat for me, and season 6 was just absolutely awful. So, you pretty much, you know, killed off as many characters as you could there at the end. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you guys fans of Dexter or not. What are your thoughts on the series? How it ended? How would you have ended it? And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.